Alright, we're back. I ran everybody off. Alright, so we gotta figure where I was screwing up over here. So we got a junk carburetor laying around. Let's see what I did wrong. Okay, I did have that on the correct side. Let's see how close I was on doing this. Okay, looks like I got the spring on the wrong side. Oh, they had that spring on the wrong side too. That explains why it doesn't work. Oop. So the spring goes right here. I had it on this side right here, in that titty. And then this one's right over here. And I had it over here. Trying to figure where it goes. Okay, so, but I do have the rest of this in there, right? That's close. Okay, so this goes over there. Still, that got tension on that. Oh, they got a full wrap of tension on that thing. Get that thing wrapped all the way around. I think got a full turn of tension on that thing. Jeez, that's a lot of tension. Okay, so this hooks into here like that. It's got way more tension than I thought it would have on it. I don't know if it needs that much tension. It's a lot. Damn. Yeah. Jeez, that's a lot of tension. Ah, dumbass. Man, it's hard on my finger. Ah, you son of a bitch. Ah, that hurts. Ah. Something's not the same here. Alright, lever's the same. The location different. Clotion's the same. Oh, see, that can rotate all over the place. Okay, that makes a difference. Damn, it hurts. Yeah, full wrap. Alright, let's get some tension on it. Come on, get down there. It ain't bleeding, but it sure feels like it. Okay, now the problem is that cup is on top of the spring. It needs to be under the spring. So I can try to push the spring out of the way so the cup can drop down to where it's supposed to be. Like that. Okay. Keep working it down a little bit at a time. I think I got the right spot finally. And make sure the spring is wrapped around where it belongs. I just popped up a little bit higher. This is your high speed idle. Cold. Pop the throttle, goes up. Okay. Alright, so I got to put the lock tab here on there. Unscrew that. Keep pressure on it so it stays down. Should have spring stayed where it's supposed to. Appears to be good. Tighten it up pretty good. Okay. Okay. Everything's in there except that one O-ring and where it goes. Can't think of where it would go because everything else is good. Feels good. Alright, so we got an extra O-ring, we don't know where it goes. So I guess I could go find the Rivera catalog and look in there. See what I left out. Obviously something is missing. So it feels like it's broken. Alright, get my book, take a quick look. That's why you keep your old catalogs, so you can get information out of them. Alright, and some McCune. Went out of carburetor section. Okay, there's your crappy ass picture where everything goes. Okay, so we stuck the O-ring on there. Is there an O-ring right there, number 12? O-ring, 2 per carb. Okay, that is what? Well, you have an O-ring on top of that, it doesn't do anything. What's 11? Idle screw. Okay, that's not an idle screw. Oh, that's in the top of the carburetor. It's on this side. What the hell? No idle screw over here. Kind of an idle screw. Oh, it's right here. I think we had that already out. This I put an O-ring on, as I recall. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put one on this. That's where one of them went. We'll double check. It's got a lot of drag on it. Yeah, it's not coming out, so it's got one on there. I remember putting that one on. That's be jacked up. Okay, so we had one on that. There's also another one over here on the side. What's number 15? Main adjustment screw. That was this one. It didn't want to come out. The magnet. Okay, we have an O-ring on that, so that got an O-ring on it. So it's 2 O-rings. We're going to get 2 already. Main. Yeah, let's go back and check this one. Maybe I screwed up and didn't do this one. It's not coming out. Nah, it doesn't work. Gotta push the screw out with something. What we got laying around is small paper clip. Paper clips come in handy for something. Never use them for paper clips, I use them for other stuff. It'll come out. Can't get it out. There it goes. Ah, the offending missing O-ring. Took a lot of pressure, but bent the piss out, but it got out. Okay, so there is the missing O-ring that I couldn't figure out where it went. Found it. This O-ring's not totally dead like the other ones are. I gotta cut that time. Still pretty hard though. Okay, this time to go on the screw head, we're going to go over the other side. The screw slot will want to cut the O-ring a little bit, so the tapered part actually makes it go a little easier. Run your thumbnail along both sides of the O-ring so it rotates, and make sure it's square and straight. No twisties in it. Okay, and put that back in the hole over here. There we go. So you can see where the mark is. You open up a little bit in there. Open the throttle up a little. Alright, that's all the parts there, I think. We'll find out. We've got to start it up, I guess. See what I missed. Now, I think we get everything else in there pretty good. Close enough. You know, when you put this in here, you want to make sure you put this in flat across here, because it can go up and down a little bit, which changes the height of your needle, which makes a big difference. So make it flat as I recall where it belongs. It makes sense to be flat anyway. That's tight. You got a spring in here, it makes the needle some compressibility on it, and it's flexible. So it won't bottom out inside your jet. This is actually the main jet here, and it goes down inside the tube in here. So this needle goes down in the jet, and that's what makes the fuel curve change by this taper on this jet needle. Kind of like how McKinney is, but a little different. The problem is these things on a Harley go flop, 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 like that up and down a lot. So it's not a fixed number, it's a variable number. It's bouncing up and down. It's only so much goes through, so it's kind of a weird way of doing it, but it works. So you change the spring tension up here, and it makes a difference on what it is. And this is right off your idle. So they make these in different tensions, which obviously you can't have anymore. So I'm sure somebody's got those someplace. We just don't know who. Okay, so we get our float bowl on here. Looks like the only thing left over from new is the one lock tab I didn't use, and I didn't put that needle and seat in there. I think everything else has been replaced now. So stuff all this back into the bags. Don't lose your main jet, they're hard to come by, even used ones. Okay, so we got to find our screws for holding the lid on, or that's the bottom. Some fancy screws here. Not sure what they're going to be. We got 3 Philister head screws, so those are going to be for the top. See, that's 3 holes. This has 4, so if you got 4, they're probably for the bottom. Okay, so these little screws here go on the bottom. Now these are going to rust, so we have to replace them with something else down the road, but not right now. So you got to make sure that O-ring stays put. Make sure you put the low spot where the needle main jet is here. You just slip right in there. If everything's pretty flat all the way around, you're in the right spot. If you got one area sticking up, it's that O-ring came out not in the right spot. So these screws are just polished steel, so they're going to rust. So we're going to find out the carburetor works. If it works adequately, then we'll probably want to put some Allens in here or some button heads or something like that. Make it look nice and pretty. We'll see which ones he likes. This one here, you can probably use a button head on the bottom. Up here on the top, I think we have to run a straight Allen, assuming we have anything. Okay, make sure it's all even. Looks pretty even. Looking at the gap in here. We go ahead and bring it down the rest of the way. Do a cross pattern on it. Then torque it. Okay. Rattles, that's a good sign. Okay, this just drops in. You got a key groove here has to go in. Needle has to go in that hole, obviously, there. That's how it works. So we got a springy dinghy. I'm assuming dirty side is down. It's an uneven bolt pattern, so you have to figure out which one goes where. If you put a little bit of oil inside of these things, it'll change the dampening rate of how much that piston goes up and down. Now, some of these had seals on them, the later ones do not. This one has just a little bit of something there. So I'm just going to put a bit of oil in here so it's not just dry in there. supposed to be a real light oil too, so remember that. Assembly loop should be light enough. So I get something to come out. There it is. I just don't want it to be dry. It's all going to wash away anyway, so once the gasoline gets in there, it'll wash away. Obviously those don't match up. That looks good. Yep, there we go. No lock washers on these, they're just straight screws. Fillister head. Okay. Put the top in. Yeah. Helps to go straight. There it is. Don't force it, it's just plastic. Alright. Perfect. They seem to be working. Alright, so in order to start these things up, what you do is you put them on high speed. There. Then you go over here. This here lifts up the slide, this little lever piece right here. I'm not lifting the slide at all. I thought they lifted the slide a little bit. Maybe just under the gallery. No, it does open the slide up. I thought it did. See how it opens the slide up? And push on this one. Here. This one's not pushing up on the slide. Something's missing. Should be going up a little bit. Alright, well anyway, you push that up and hold it up, and you go over here with a little pump over here, and then give it a few pumps like this. And this will pump itemized air and fuel into the carburetor directly and floods it. So this one's not working for some reason. Let's see, maybe because I got it on high-speed cams on. Nope, still doesn't do anything. Let's see, high-speed cam. Oh, this one was on high-speed cam already. See how this lever's on the opposite side? Doesn't matter where you put it, as long as it works. Okay, so something's wrong there. So I get to go back in here again. See why it doesn't work. Okay, the problem is the button where I put the needle in there. It's hitting on the slide. Okay, so that means that thing is probably supposed to be recessed and not sitting up high. So my memory obviously was not working very good. Common sense doesn't matter here, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and take this thing apart. Figuring this one hasn't been modified yet. Otherwise known as dicked with. So we're doing a duplicate. So I'm guessing it's going to be recessed up in there about 1/16 of an inch, should be my guess. So you can see how the slide sits in there a lot lower. Well, that's not this, it's flush, so that part's the same. That all looks the same to me. the difference. This tube is sticking way too far up right now. See, this one here is below the surface. So something's not in there correctly on that part.
How are you?
Alright.
Oh, I'm in the video.
You will be if you get too close.
Huh?
You will be if you get too close. They can hear you though.
I want the German in the video.
Yeah, foreigner.
I'm American.
I can tell.
I know, right? Boston accent. Boston.
Boston, huh?
How you been?
Alright.
I wanted to show you something.
Somebody doesn't know how to put a carburetor together correctly.
Oh. Yeah, I just put mine together. I didn't know if it's correct yet.
It runs, I can hear you right up on it.
Huh?
You rode up on it. Is that a different bike?
Yeah. How you been? Good?
Yeah. Trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Still breathing. Everybody worries about that when they got their parts in here, waiting for me to work on
No
them.
people walking in.
No, nobody ever walks in here and bothers me. Never.
Never, huh?
Never.
Somebody else want to be in the video. Oh. How you been? Good.
Oh, geez.
Good.
That's another problem.
What year's that bike out there?
11.
Okay, so what did I do wrong?
Where are your lights here?
What do you need lights for? We can make fun of you in the dark.
Oh yeah, you're filming. That's right.
You want you to be in there. He was waiting.
No, he wasn't.
I'm
He's
fixing my
already
screw up over here.
Tells me to shut up. When
Somebody screwed up when they put this carburetor together.
mumbling.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
Can I put a fairing like you got on your bike? On a 2004
You can do anything you want, it's a Harley.
soft tail.
Sure.
They call bad wings or something like that. They have like fast connectors and stuff. They have all kind of different models, but I don't like them. I mean it's good.
I got a bike I liked in it, but I
Yeah.
like that front fairing.
Some of them have like 4 speakers in it and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if you into it, but
No, I just when I went to it might be nice. And
yeah, they have all kind of different models. I think they're called bad wings. Like
bat wings.
yeah, bad wings.
Bat wings. Where are you from?
There's the problem.
Boston.
Yeah, you don't sound like Boston. You sound like
See.
Sweden or something.
I put this in upside down. This
Nah,
here does not
German.
go up. This goes
German.
down.
Oh,
Yeah.
attaboy.
So this is the part that goes
Huh?
in the venturi area.
Born and raised.
So there you go. See, now it's in the correct area. See, I screwed that up too. Now I'll have to remember that for the next in 20 years when I do another one of these. I do one about every 20 years, whether it needs it or not.
He's so busy filming now
Hey,
that he doesn't have time to build engines.
before you film, I want to show you something real quick. Watch. S&S, right?
I mean, before I'm filming right now.
Oh.
What do you want? SNS? What?
S&S, right?
We don't care about SNS.
Okay,
crap.
look. Oh, listen. Look.
What?
Look. I put that on the video too.
Put what on the video? You did videos too?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Was
Watch.
I in it?
It's on the video now.
Uh-oh.
We have a winner. Marcus
winner.
Enke wins S&S Motorcycle of the Month contest with 2011 Road Glide. This is a great looking bike. Ready to rip that 124.
Well, you win something because the bike looks good.
Yeah, I win all that stuff.
Win what? Oh, you got a bunch of free shirts and
Yeah.
crap.
But you know what I typed back? I said, hey, I didn't see nobody with an MK45 yet, full exhaust. If they could sponsor me, I can rock it in Southern California. But they didn't answer.
They're not going to send you a pipe to California?
No, they send me sponsor me on like that new exhaust that they have.
They got a new exhaust system out?
Yeah.
I don't know what a float's supposed to be on this
Yeah, it was
either.
a big surprise 2 days ago.
What's the float adjustment, Buzz, on an SU, you know?
Oh, when it stops?
When it quits flooding fuel, you're good.
I just
You
make
gotta-
sure
you
it
gotta
shuts it off.
You
When
got a similar one right there. Oh, you took it out of it?
With this one, I didn't take it apart yet.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know
And
if
then
that's
look at the
stock.
float adjustment over there.
Well, I didn't adjust this one, so it's
Maybe
probably
that's
still
wrong.
good.
As long as it wiggles, it's okay.
as long as it's sealed.
As long as it goes down the road and doesn't leak, you're good.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. As long as it works.
What kind of carburetor is it anyway?
British.
Where's all the holes in there?
They got lost track of how many they were drilling.
Oh.
Gotta have holes.
What kind of bike?
Harley.
Oh, a British carburetor. Okay.
Yeah, British carburetor on
It's
Harley.
better than Chinese, right?
Better than a Chinese carburetor on Harley. Oh no, they do that too. Okay, the needle's in there. See, if you did all this correctly, you wouldn't have to
Hey, how
go
many
back in here.
amperes your big machine? You have all 240 for it, right?
Huh?
240
240
plugs.
what?
And,
What are you talking about?
about your machines and all that stuff.
What about them?
What kind of voltage they go?
Voltage.
Yeah,
No, I'm only 220.
220.
Yeah.
3-phase?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
some are, some aren't.
Yeah, I talked to Tim the other day. He asked about, when you asked him about 3-phase.
There we go.
I don't know, 3-phase.
I think 3-phase in your house.
I know 2-phase. I know
Yeah.
2-phase.
Yeah, I gotta have 3-phase for my house.
Hey, how's
I might put a heavy duty, bathroom fan in or something.
how's the doggy?
Scooby,
Yeah,
fine.
he's good.
Yeah, he's
No
fine.
more shits.
No, he's fine.
That's good.
Yep,
Don't worry about that old boy.
he got over it.
That's good.
Yep. And took him to the vet.
Did my buddy told you
They
that I
said
gave
everything
him?
that we did was bad,
Did my buddy told you that I give him some rings?
and we're not supposed to feed him all the shit we feed him, and I forget the other stuff. Yeah, whatever.
You feed him anything. No chocolate, for sure.
Yeah, chocolate's bad.
Yeah.
Green stuff is bad
I
too.
wonder if that's an old wives' tale.
No, it's true.
No, I had my friend's German Shepherd. He ate 2 pounds of hard chocolate.
2 pounds?
Yeah. He threw up. I mean, he was bad.
Well, no shit. 2 pounds of fucking chocolate.
Like what? The blood chocolate.
Anybody?
Well, he survived.
What?
So
Didn't kill
Yeah,
him?
feed a human being 2 pounds of chocolate, they'll survive. But man,
yeah. Yeah, he took it out of something. I don't know. It was somewhere, the cabinet or whatever. And he pulled it out and ate it. He threw up like a big spot on
well,
it.
like that.
He's probably
Still-
figured out he
it's
shouldn't have
probably
done
still
that.
there, that spot.
He probably figured out he shouldn't have done that one, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It goes in there like it's supposed to. Where's my thing at here? Here's my plunger. There's how that works. See, look at that.
That's a beautiful looking carburetor, man.
That plunger hits it right there. Doesn't move very far though, but it moves. Okay. It works a lot better when you do things correctly.
Phew.
What Harley did that go on?
On that bike over there.
Oh, on that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
If you watched the video, you would have saw it on it already.
I didn't went that far yet.
We mocked it up in there. You haven't made it through the last 2,700 videos yet? I think we're up to 2770.
That's how you make your money, huh?
2770 something, I think's the last count.
I'm in that one now.
I just put up an hour and 20 minutes last night. 2 videos. This is going to be about an hour long doing a carburetor.
People watching all over the world.
Probably do one carburetor, one video for everything. All right. Let's see. Look at that. Goes up. The problem we're going to have on this is working this piece. The magneto's right here against this button.
It's a hell of a looking carburetor, man. How much that thing run? Probably 1,000.
$9.99. I don't know. I think you can really buy this stuff anymore.
What year is it?
Hmm?
What year is it?
I don't know what year this stuff is.
But what do you think?
That thing sat for over
70s
10
or
years. I think that carburetor
60s?
sat for over 10 years with junk in it. This one's been on my shelf for probably 8 to 10 years.
You got everything on you.
Keep it for mock-up purposes only, right?
I can imagine that you
I
have
got a
a bad
couple more.
relationship to your landlord.
I got a couple more of these
I'm
things,
gonna
so we're good.
That's a big movement.
All right, that's it for now on the carburetor. Goes on the bike next. Okay, we're back on our carburetor here. So I got the carburetor rebuilt. Now I got to work on the throttle cable mechanism. Try to figure out what we're going to use. So I got a throttle cable here I bought from an old Bindex carburetor, which I think will work just fine. But I need some kind of a something to hold the cable here on this end. So these McKinneys, look at these things right here, these old 38 round slides. Have these covers on them here, that's what I want to use. So basically, it's what's underneath here. You pull this rubber booty off, there's your mechanism right there. So I bought a whole carburetor there to get the thing, to get the adjuster, but I had one of these stuck in my junk box. So here's the top lid off of it. So here's my adjuster. So we're going to take this thing here and see if we can make this work. I don't have a little metric nut to go on here, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some kind of a spacer right here, and I'll use the nut right here to jam it down. We don't need to have this adjust, because the cable itself is adjustable right here, fine tuning. And this is just a slip cable, you put it wherever you need it and tighten it down, so that's all we really need. But we do need to have this fit inside our adjuster. So that's what we're going to try to do. Hopefully, this will do what we need. So there's a cable in for the throttle, and this is a little brass tube that goes around the cable. Wherever you're going to put the screw, you crimp it down right there. I like how they pre-bend the cable for you, isn't that nice? Packaging does that. See, when they kink the cable for you automatically, it's pretty crappy of them to do that for us, but so I try to straighten it back out. So that's what you use your fingernails for. It actually worked pretty good because it has the least amount of damage to your cable when you do that. Not the best for your fingernails, but there we got most of it done. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this here fits on top of this. There you go. Not a perfect fit, but not bad. You always squeeze this with vice grips a little bit, circle, and progressively tighten that up a little bit. And you can make it tighter if we want to, which I probably want to. Okay, so I'm going to get a little adjuster over here. Let's see what size this hole is. Bingo, it fits. That's good. Now if I had another metric nut here, I could just go like this and tighten it down and be done. So I have to check if I got anything like that laying around here. Or otherwise I'll use this nut here, and like I said, we'll make a space that comes off of here. And I'll just sit down flat against it. It doesn't matter where it's at. So something like that will work pretty easily. So it's a really fine thread here. Probably metric, I'm guessing. Thinking of what I can use. Let's see what thread diameter it is. Yeah, it's just under a quarter. It almost looks like a quarter 32 thread, but that'd be a little bit loose. But, I don't know, maybe use something. I could probably just take a nut and put a nut up in here and bottom it out. Like I said, use the nut as something to hold it with. That might work too. We'll see. We'll play around that a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the carburetor up on the bike, I guess. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I got a regular nylock nut here, 1/4 inch. This is close to 1/4 32, but I can't find a tap. So I took a nut, I cut all the threads out of it. Now I'm going to try to do just run it through here on the nylock part. Make it work. Sneaking in. Good. I'm butchering a part here.
Yeah.
Just a minute, let me do this. Filming me screwing up a nut here. There, got to start. I'm making a metric nut. Custom. Now I'm going to try to run this in backwards. If we're lucky, it'll go. Ah. There we go. Success. Oh, your air cleaner? It's over by the oil. It's over by the oil. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and bottom this up in here. Alright, so that's all in there now. Take our bracket. Now we got our nut that works. We'll put a little lock wash in there. Tighten it up. There we go. One adjustable. Not really adjustable per se, but at least a cable in. We'll hold the cable. Bingo. Alright, I'm going to find me a little, see if I can find an internal star washer, probably best. Alright, be back.